Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, spoken of in the Bible as the final harbinger of the end of days. Many scholars have, over the years, debated who is this Mystery Babylon. Well, in today's video, I'm going to show proof that it's us. It's the United States without a doubt, and I'm going to show a connection that not many have made, but once you see it, you'll never unsee it, because it's totally provable. Now, some people have taken issue with my talking about this aspect of the collapse of society. Nobody else is talking about it, and I think it's for a reason. It's because they're being blinded to something. Let me ask you a question. Has there ever been a harlot that wasn't doing it simply for the money? Is that not the definition of a harlot? The need for the money came first. Or you could translate it another way. It's her economy. Stupid. It's her economy. It's always the economic driver that has made, from the beginning of time, it's been referred to as what? The oldest profession known to man. The oldest way to seek money, to worship money, to bow down before money. And there are demons and little g gods, even in the Bible, spoken of, that lead all to this. Now wait until I show you the connection beyond that. You're going to absolutely lose your mind, because people have seen this, but they've not put the two and two together yet. See, in medieval times, the idea of castles and people living within the castle walls and then towns, this was all economic. This was all economic. The reason that there were parapets, and the reason that there were some that lived within the walls and some that lived without, this was all to protect economic wealth and growth from raiders and barbarian highwaymen, thieves and thugs, and all this stuff. This was the idea of just conducting economic commerce in safety, so that growth could occur. That's what all this expenditure was for. Some people think the idea of militaries for economic gain is a new thing that North America invented. Well, we perfected it, don't get me wrong, but that's what all wars have been over. Now, real quick, as always, I never want to forget to be grateful and say thank you. Live a life of gratitude. Those of you who've joined us at Patreon, $1 per month. That's it. Even less if you sign up for an entire year. Fully refundable. First 90 days, no questions asked. First 90 days, no questions asked. That means you could sign up now and carry on through past the new year. And you could still, at that point, get a full refund of everything you spent between now and then. Whether it would be $3, whether it be $15, whatever it would be. God bless all of you who have. Thank you so much to Vimeo, to Patreon, being able to take the gloves off, talk about things the way that we do. I don't want to waste a lot of your time today. We're going to get right to it. God bless all of you. Thank you so much. Now, real quick question I'd like to ask, because it's going to set this up. If you had your choice, and you could go back and into medieval times, before the advent of the modern world, would you live in a village like this? Would you live in a home way out in the middle of nowhere? Or would you live, hold on, what'd I do with the picture? There it is, sorry. Would you live in a castle? Now, you could make arguments for all of them. Live in the castle, high level of security, but a very, very limited level of freedom, a very limited level of privacy. So you'd have to trade off one for the other. The house, way out in the middle of nowhere. Tons of freedom, tons of privacy, very little security. Somebody finds out where you're at out there, and it's just maybe you and a loved one, or you and a couple of friends. They'll bring a group big enough, and they'll come take it from you, especially during medieval times. Whatever weapons that they found out you had the first time, They would just bring more the second, third, fourth, and fifth times. In a village, you get kind of the compromise. You have group. You have a lot of people there. Everybody has lots of eyes. You don't really have the restrictions of a castle. You don't have quite the security of a castle, but you've still got security in numbers. You see, this was the option that the vast majority of medieval folk chose because it was a balance. You had safety in numbers. And it also helped to spur economic growth, economic wealth, economic prosperity, because everybody could all pitch in and live socialistly or communically or whatever you want to call it. The reason I bring all this up is because in America, we've figured out something that, or we think we figured out something that they proved completely wrong a long time ago. How many of you heard the story of, you can't have a country unless you have a wall and a border? You can't, if you don't have a border, if you don't have a wall on your border, you can't be a country. Really? Real quick history lesson here. How long has Spain been Spain? How long has Spain been Spain? Are there any walls around Spain? What about France? What about Italy? What about Russia? Did Russians build a wall? Well, the Soviet Union had a little bitty tiny one in what was known at that time as East Germany. But the funny thing was, I thought it was a good thing when walls came down. You see, this is the thing. It's about the people. There was this meme that went around. Here it is. I found it. Have you ever noticed that you have never seen people fleeing capitalism to seek a better future in a socialist state? Never, ever. Well, my allegation, this is supposed to be some allegations. That's why people are flooding into America. America is a socialist state. I can prove it. And believe me, it's tied to the Whore of Babylon. I know we're 7 minutes in. People's like, what's the tie-in? What's the tie-in to the Whore of Babylon? What does this have to do with anything? Well, the entire idea behind taxed, regulated, approved, inspected, insured, licensed, secured is to do what? Is to ensure safe, predictable economic growth. That's what all this was about. So that society continued to grow and grow and grow. The socialist state got installed back in the 50s, guys, and that's what caused the massive spur of growth. Now, let me ask you guys this question. No matter whether you're a Democrat, no matter whether you're a Republican, no matter whether you're voting for DeSantis or Trump or Bernie Sanders or JFK or RFK, isn't the entire reason that you're voting for that person economically driven? Fix the economy, secure the border because they're taking everybody's jobs and it's a drag on resources. We need more money. And the war in Ukraine, we need the money. Restore American energy independence. We need cheaper gas because we don't have enough money. Impose tariffs on China because they're charging us too much and we need money. It's all based in money. Every bit of it is based in money. And I tried to show this yesterday. Now, you ready for this? Here's your connection. 9 minutes in. The three gods that are now in charge of America, Moloch, Mammon, and Baal is not actually technically a god. Baal is a title. Moloch, of course, the god of child sacrifice, abortion, the huge abortion issue, the big calling card now of the right. What was the entire idea behind telling women it's a good idea to have an abortion? What will it ruin? Oh, that's right. It'll ruin your future financial life. You haven't gone to college yet. You haven't gotten a degree. Why do you want to go to college and have a degree? So that you can earn more money. Mammon is the demon lord of wealth and abundance, a demon of commerce and financial prosperity. Mammon is the demon that understands, and in North America underscores, all things. But what about Baal? Wait until you see this, guys. You're not going to believe it. Baal is actually a title. Baal Hammon, Baal Berith, and there's also Baal Zebub, or as you and I know it to be, Beelzebub. Now remember, it's the economy, stupid. Remember the 90s? Everybody talks about the 90s. Everybody talks about how great things were in the 90s and how we just need to go back to an economy like that. And that's what this is truly what MAGA is for Donald Trump, by the way. This truly is what MAGA is. He wants to go back to the 90s. Now, Baal literally means Lord or owner. Let me say this again. Baal is just a title. It's a title of demons. And they have different lords of different things. Lords and or owner is what Baal means. And then after it is what is actually being lorded over or owned, okay? In this particular case, Baal Zebub translates to Lord of the Flies. Baal Zebub. It's absolutely the most unbelievable connection. Those of you who've read the book now get it. Baal of Flies. The Septuagint renders the name Baal-zebub as Baal of Flies. Those of you who haven't read the book, it's about a bunch of young boys who get marooned on an island, and they are left to try to figure out how to govern themselves, how to just live, and how to divide power, and how to make things work. And they go through every iteration of tyranny and lockdown and control and everything that you're seeing right now in America is Baal-zebub. It is literally the Lord of the Flies. Remember when way back here, it's all about the money? It's all about the money. There has never been a harlot, a prostitute, who ever did it for fun. There's no girl that's ever woken up and said, hey, you know what would be fun today? You know what would be a lark? Hey, girls, let's all get together and let's just go out, find a bunch of random men and see how much they'll give us to the la la la. No. It's about money. It's about money. Now, what is America but if anything but the Lord of the Flies? All the different characters. Go read the book. Or actually, I think there was a movie made too about all the different people that got elected. Ralph and Jack and all of them. And they had everything. See, they had the perfect society, but then everybody had to be uniform. And then anybody who disagrees gets put 6 feet under. And then there's always different schemings behind the scenes. It's rule of the mob. But right now, when you have this level of discord and anarchy that's going on in our country, we are ripe. We are ripe for someone to say, hey, someone, some entity, to take over and say, I will restore your wealth. I will make it so that you don't have to be bothered with these pesky kids. They're just going to be a drain on your finances, drain on your resources. Oh, do you ever see how many gallons of milk a teenager drinks, or how much food or all this other stuff? And that's what this is. America is being ruled. I don't care what reason. There's not a Trump supporter out there that can tell me right now that there is not any economic consideration whatsoever in your support of the man, because in literally every comment I get where people attack me, Trump's economy was this and Trump's economy was that and Trump's economy was the other. That's all you got. That's all you got. That's it. It's all about your money. It's all about everybody's money. Morality means nothing. No greater or higher purpose means anything. It's all about this. It's all about the bucks. It's all about the moolah. Lord of the Flies. Read Lord of the Flies and think about this logically. Think about it logically. Mother of harlots, Mystery Babylon, as it was in the days of Noah. It makes perfect sense, because isn't that not the idea? Is that not the idea behind any form of harlotry? It's all about the money. It's all about the money, and it's really funny. There's another way to translate that. It's the economy, stupid. It's the economy. So when you look back into medieval times, it all seemed so innocent. It all seemed like people were just trying to get by. People wanted to, make sure they had and it's a noble goal. It truly is. But when you see this, the idea here would be, a lot of people, I'm sure, typed, I would take the house way out in the middle of nowhere as long as I had my guns and my ammunition. Believe me, if it's just you give me 2 or 3 guys, bows and arrows and knives, we'll come take your guns. We'll watch. We'll get a bead on what your patterns are when you sleep, when you use the facilities, when you come and go, when you have your back turned, when you don't. It's just a matter of time. See, because when you're out here in the middle of nowhere all on your own, it's just a matter of time. Just wait you out. That's all it'll do. And those of you that chose where's the picture at? There it is. The castle. Well, Fortress America. You want to live in Fortress America, you're going to give up a lot of freedoms. You're going to give up a lot of freedoms. You're going to give up a lot of privacy. But you'll be secure. You'll be secure. So I guess that's what I'm asking, the thought experiment. What would be your choice? Where are you at? Safety, security, not having a big walls around big other walls. And, why not? I have an even better question. Since we still have, all these countries and none of them had walls, but according to you, you can't have a country without walls. Well, why not there be walls around every one of the 50 states? You can't tell me you honestly believe that the people of Ohio, who elected Trump in a landslide, have anything in common with the people of Michigan, who didn't. So, shouldn't there be a wall that should start just north of Fort Wayne here and go all the way over to the lake? These 2 groups of people have nothing in common. Shouldn't there be a wall there? The people of Utah are very conservative, but the people of Nevada are not. There should clearly be a wall right here too. Where else can we build walls? Where else should we build walls? Maybe that's the question. What states should have walls between them? And how big should those walls be? I'm dead serious. Because it's a giant lie. You can't have a country unless you have borders, unless you have to. Really? Show me one country, one of these ancient countries that goes back thousands and thousands of years. Italy, Spain, France. There was Hadrian's Wall. That's an interesting argument to make. That'd be a neat one to make about Hadrian's Wall and what it represented. At the time, it represented the limit to which tyranny could be reached. See, Rome couldn't defend anything past Hadrian's Wall up here in England. That was the limit of their power, which I think is very ironic that they built a wall. That they built a wall to show where the limit of their power was. I wonder if that's what this really is all about. It ain't about keeping people out. Not about keeping people out, is it? It's about letting everybody know when they look at that wall, if you're on the inside of it, you worship DC, Baal, Mammon, and Moloch. So I will leave it there. God bless all of you. Thank you so much. Very much appreciate you being here, taking part in the channel, in the discussion. I know not everybody agrees, but to see the connection with the Lord of the Flies is just beyond something that I don't think anybody has ever seen. So if you'd like to join us at Patreon, would sure appreciate it. Could definitely use the support. $1 a month, $5 a month, hundreds of videos over there. Would love to have you over there. I think you'd enjoy the content. God bless. Pray for each other. I'll pray for you. Pray for me. Lift each other up. God bless. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.